lot of people think God is mean, a killjoy. He's there to take away from their fun. Friends, God created fun. And God in his word says, I want you to be happy and I want you to do the right thing. Really? Turn to Ecclesiastes, we would never know this. And nothing that Solomon is saying here is wrong. It's just how he's viewing life. When Solomon is writing this, he has basically departed from the Lord and he's doing his own thing. He's not looking to God as a source, and he's using the things of this life to bring pleasure, to bring contentment, to bring wholeness. And friends, it's a nightmare situation here. Just listen to this for a minute, okay? It's all how you look at things. How he starts, Ecclesiastes 1. Meaningless, meaningless. Your translation may say, useless, useless, says the teacher. Utterly useless, utterly meaningless. Everything is meaningless. What is the gain for all the labors at which you toil under the sun? Generation comes, generation go, but the earth remains forever. The sun rises, the sun sets, hurries back to where it rises. The wind blows to the south, turns back to the north, around, and it goes, and it goes, and it goes, and it goes. And this guy is in a negative funk. That's what's going on here. Now, is this true? Yeah and no. Well, why is it? Because life isn't meaningless. Life is full of all the abundant things that God has for you to do. When you're doing the will of God, it is not meaningless. When you're helping someone out, it is not meaningless. When you're with your family and you're at the lake, or you're going to get a steak dinner, or you're going on vacation, or you're getting your paycheck, you worked hard that week, it is not meaningless. Solomon is in a funk. Solomon is in a state of mind that is not healthy for anyone to be in, and we've all been there before. Verse 12, he says wisdom is meaningless. Is that true? No. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Solomon, what are you doing? All right, but in chapter 2, he says this, pleasure is meaningless. Tell that to a man that's married. Solomon, I think you're crazy. You say you're the wisest person on the earth, right? But listen to the key. You can be the wisest and not do the right thing. Wisdom is just that you know to do the right thing. Paul says the right, the good that I know is right, sometimes I don't do that and I do the wrong. Oh, wretched man that I am, who can save me? Only Christ can save you, but we have to follow Christ's guidelines and we have to follow the way of the master. And what is the way of the master? Enjoy your Father, enjoy this life, enjoy the Son, enjoy the Spirit, enjoy the spoils of this world while doing the right thing. You don't believe me? Let's go to chapter 3. All of a sudden, the light comes on in Solomon's mind, and he says this, I know that there is nothing better for people than to be happy and to do good while they live. No, really? Yeah. What does that mean to you and I? It means this, that I'm to enjoy this life. I'm to enjoy what God has given me. I'm to strive. I'm to run. I'm to play. I'm to obey. A lot of people would like to kick off the obey part, and they think that the fun is outside of the boundaries. The fun is never outside the boundaries, because God isn't saying no to those things to hinder you, to stop your fun, but he's saying no to those things because ultimately those things hurt you. But he wants you to enjoy this life. He wants you to relax. And you tell that to a guy that's putting 70 hours in, okay, at the shop, and he's just grinding it out, and he trips, you know, when he gets out of his car. He has big rings under his eyes. He's a workaholic, you know. He doesn't know what fun is. He doesn't understand what relaxing is, what fun is, what enjoyment is. He feels, okay, in his heart, and I've been there, and many of you have been there, that the almighty dollar, that's fun. No, it's not. I mean, really, if I had a stack of $100 bills here, okay, what fun is that? Well, you could take it somewhere. It's just paper, guys. It's trees. I used to work in the paper company for 12 years. So I understand everything there is to know about paper and corrugated and strapping and all of that stuff. And really, that paper is made out of Nina Bond. Nina, the paper company, makes a special paper, okay, 100% rag paper with the stripes in it so you can't, counterfeit it. There's special chemicals and tricks that you and I, not supposed to know, but I do know. But money doesn't make you happy, okay? What makes you happy? First of all, this is just between me and you, and this is short today. God makes me happy. I feel whole. If I don't feel whole, if I don't feel at peace, guess what? I can't have any fun. Okay, I mean, you can be as obedient as you think you want to be, and you should be, okay? But if you don't feel whole, if you don't feel right in your own skin, you're not going to be able to enjoy this life. Everything has to be in balance. There's nothing wrong with going to work because we do need money. But listen very carefully, okay? There is a point where it becomes sin, where you're serving the spirit of mammon. That's a spirit of materialism and money and power. And that spirit in the days that you and I are living is so predominant. People are just lining up to get on their knees, to bow down. No, there has to be balance to your life. Yes, you have to work. Yes, you have to play. Yes, you have to worship. Yes, you have to obey. But friends, all of those things together makes you feel whole. When I'm with the Lord, I feel whole. I feel happy. Last night, I was about to go to bed. It was like 4 a.m. and I'm looking at the dishes, and there's dishes everywhere, just everywhere. And I thought, you know what? I'm not doing the dishes. You know what I mean? I'm not doing the dishes, you know? And all of a sudden, I hear the voice of God. Listen to this. Listen to this. Because earlier in the day, I was like, Lord, I can't hear you. I'm asking God some specific questions on some, life-changing events in my life. And I'm just pleading with God, Lord, speak to me. Lord, I need to speak to you. I need you to speak from heaven. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not hearing anything. You know what I'm saying? What do you require of me? I need to talk to you. And then I walk into the kitchen. I decide in my heart, I'm not doing the stinking dishes, And all of a sudden, God speaks. What does he say? Do the dishes. I started laughing because all day I have been petitioning God over, Lord, what do you want me to do over here in my life and over here in my life and over here in my life? I mean, I must have bombarded heaven and petitioned heaven over 20 things. And he just says this to me. He can speak. Do the dishes. And I tell you what, I never had so much fun doing the dishes. I just did the dishes all by myself, and then my wife saw me doing the dishes at 4 a.m., and she says, what are you doing the dishes for? It's 4 a.m., we can do them in the morning. I said, no, the Lord said do the dishes, so I'm doing the dishes. Friends, are you having fun? Are you obeying God? Are you relaxing? Are you trusting? If you're not trusting, you're not going to have fun. If you're not obeying God, you're not going to have fun. Okay, if you're not following his plan for your life, you're not going to have fun. God said in his word, I just read it to you. Go there, Ecclesiastes 3, okay? It says this, have fun, obey God. This is your purpose, to relax, to enjoy. What is it? It's Saturday. Why are you even watching me? I'm going to eat donuts here, drink coffee. Come on, get out there, have some fun. Peace out, my friends. You guys still here? You should be getting your boat out. Man, if I had unlimited money, I think I'd go skydiving. I mean, I thought I really want to go skydiving. That's expensive stuff if you don't have all your equipment. Okay, so last week I was playing the donut game. I was like, how many donuts in the bag? And I said, this is on the honor system. Rod and his wife came up with a conclusion of 3. And I wrote him back. I says, did you cheat? He goes, no, I didn't cheat. Me and my wife decided it was 3. I go, how did you do that? You know what he said? He says, well, when I go to have coffee with my wife, I will eat 3 donuts. And you know what I wrote back? I say, that's too many carbs, my friend. Lay off the carbs. Rod, peace out. You did good, my friend. How many in the bag? How many in the bag? Dos. There's about to be uno. You guys didn't know I speak Spanish, do you? You guys want to hear a great story? Since you're still sticking around. When I met my wife, she was in Vegas, and she was in a whirlpool, and she was in the water. But she looked so hot, I was almost embarrassed to talk to her. And so there was a Spanish woman across from her. It's one of those circle whirlpools. And I started talking to her and ignoring the woman that's going to be my wife because I was just intimidated. She was a stone fox. Even to today, she's hottie. And so I'm talking to the Spanish woman, and I'm saying this to her. I'm like, hey, if I want to pick up on a Spanish woman, what would I say? What would just knock her off her socks in Spanish? And I'm butchering this, so if you're in the man cave and you're Spanish, here, I'm butchering this. And she said, I remember it to this day, and she says, you look her in the eyes, and you go, tus ojos son mi silencio. I go, what is it again? She goes, tus ojos son mi silencio. I go, what did I just say? Because I was thinking maybe she's giving me something raunchy and the woman's going to smack me in the face. And she says, your eyes are my silence. But I fooled around so long talking to this other chick, learning Spanish, okay? I did learn some more Spanish, that my wife was finally leaving because you can only stay so long in a whirlpool. That whirlpool was very hot. I love that complex. They cranked the heat on it. I'm panicking because this woman that I've fallen in love with, you know, love at first sight kind of deal, I'm just panicking. I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And she's with her mother, so I'm limited. I'm limited to how cool I can be, right? And I don't know what to do. I just look at her with her mom. I go, hey, baby, next time I'm going to hit on you. My wife, being the witty one that she is, she turns around and she says, you are you? And that was it. That was the beginning of our love affair. You're like, really, Matt? No, actually, no. 3 weeks went by, and I'm in, again, a whirlpool. I'm going somewhere with this because you got to hear this. You got to hear this. I'm in a whirlpool, but I don't recognize she's wearing a different bathing suit and her mom's not there. And so I'm just like, I don't recognize her. It's like the Lord blinded me. And I was with this guy, and we were just kind of talking to these gals. There's 2 of them and 2 of us. And they're just ignoring us, you know, like, oh, we don't want to be bothered, you know what I'm saying? Please, 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 you know what I'm saying? But, you know, look at, my head's like flint. I'm going for it, okay? And finally, my friend says, you know, I almost killed my cat. And she goes, what? Both the girls go, what? You killed your cat? You go, well, you know, I'm bipolar and I'm depressed all the time and I take these pills that make me sleep and I rolled over on my baby kitten and he died. And they gasped. They went, oh, you gotta be kidding. And she goes, no, I didn't kill the cat. The cat actually dug into my back and I rolled over. It was pain like you wouldn't believe. He showed us the marks, okay? But then all of a sudden my eyes were opened and I recognized my wife. And I had to get my wife away from them. And so I said, hey, let's go swim in the pool because we were in the whirlpool and we started talking. And we didn't date. We were just friends. The reason I told you the story is, and you're going to get something out of the story. I was in LA chasing the almighty dollar, serving the god of mammon, looking after my interests, my world. Okay, it was all about me. Guys, I was lonely like you wouldn't believe. And my buddy had a nice condo, and I went over to his house and I was jacuzziing by myself. He had to study. He was going to school, Caltech. And I remember I prayed for about an hour in the whirlpool and I pleaded my heart out to God. I was like, God, I am so lonely. I pray that you would give me a woman that would be godly, that would be wholesome, that would be from another country, that would have brown hair, that would love you more than she would love me, but you would give me a wife, that you would bless me with a wife, and that wife would help me to stay close to you. That wife would just build me up. She would be the helpmate that the Bible talks about. And when I tell you that story, you probably think, Matt, you were really close to God. No, I wasn't close to God at all, okay? I wasn't going to church. I was doing my own thing. Again, I was serving this world. I was serving Satan. I was doing my own thing. But the Holy Spirit, because he's full of grace, mercy, and love, led me in a prayer for my wife that I would meet, watch this guys, a year later to the day in a whirlpool. And I would say to her, hey, I'm going to hit on you next time. It was a divine appointment. The Lord interacted within my life. The appointed time of the Lord's visitation. I just talked to you yesterday about that. Do you understand? God visited me in that whirlpool via his Holy Spirit, led me in a prayer that was the beginning of changing my whole life around, because Tracy would get me and help me to stay on the right track. She would encourage me. She actually helped me to get to seminary, to get to Bible college. I don't know if you know this or not, but my English, it sucks. And she helped me get through English 1, English 2. Okay? Friends, the Lord will visit you. You stay happy. You stay whole. You follow the Spirit. Obey God. Enjoy this life. Drink lots of coffee. How many donuts in the bag before I get one? How many donuts? How many donuts? There's one left and one here. God bless you, my friends. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13 says this: I know that there is nothing better for people than to be happy and to do good while they live. You hear that? God wants you to be happy, and he wants you to do good. To each of them he may eat and drink and find satisfaction in all their toil. This is the gift of God. I'm at the Goodwill right now, and I found this shirt, and it's like $5. I don't know whether to get it or not, but I really like it. I don't know about you, but this is bad. I really like peeing outside, especially when I go camping. I'm not walking all the way to the restrooms. I go right to the lake or behind a tree or something. There's something about peeing outside that just feels right. That's a free one. These shoes right here. Look at this. Don't give up and don't give in. Keep on going. Never give up. I don't know if this is a cheap shoe, a good shoe, but I like that. I mean, really? Let me zoom in on it. I really like that. That is just freaking totally awesome right now. Guys, I'm about to have a cup of coffee, and these are what you call butter swim blueberry biscuits. Meaning, in that casserole dish, you have a heap of butter. And basically the biscuits, the mix, the blueberries, they just bubble. They just take a spa bath in the butter. And this is what it comes out with. Let me give you guys a tip. If you're married, go ahead and learn how to make this for your wife, because she will love you and treat you like gold, gold. Always your heart and your soul. You have the reason I know. You have blueberry biscuits. Always believing. All right, love you guys. Being a little silly. That's okay. Let's roll with it. Peace.